Why hello there, fellow blood hunters. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to V Rising, Episode 8, defeating the Act 1 boss and heading for Iron. So as far as the main quest goes, we are trying to discover a way to do iron smelting. Because I've played before, I kind of know like what I need to do for this, but if you're ever stumped, generally killing V-Bloods is, if your gear level allows for it, is a good way to unstump yourself. So when in doubt, kill more people, or in this case, animals. Here we are. Now ideally you'd want to start a fight with your ultimate off cooldown, but I don't care. Caution to the wind. Wakey, wakey. He's already at half. He does this like charging ability that he sometimes chains together, which can be a bit dangerous. And unfortunately for him, he didn't even hit me either. What a loser! I thought you were a bear. I guess you were just a little teddy bear. You know, I shouldn't trash talk given that the last boss killed me. So what this does is it puts me into bear form.
My form is fluid.
Similar to wolf form, it co-ops your abilities. And then, really importantly, it also gives you resistances. This is, like, easily overlooked. I'll prove it. So, let me get out of bear form. And, as you can see, my resistances are back down. So, one of the advantages of this is if you're having a hard time with some sort of, debuff, like, let's say, garlic, turning into a bear actually helps you. That's something I definitely didn't realize when I initially started playing, is like, if you're garlic poisoned pretty heavily, bear form is nice. To just, if you're idle or something, or trying to recover. Alright, now that we have bear form, because you guys voted for me to work on a main goal, my next task, and it doesn't really unlock anything useful except for bear form itself, is to kill Quincy the Bandit King. So Quincy, here, gives you the ability to make iron ingots, and a smithy, and a tailoring bench. All super nice, very useful, mission-critical things to have going forward. Generally speaking, and this is very general, but generally speaking, the end boss of each act, so this is like Act 1, and Act 2 is here, and Act 3, and so on and so forth, unlocks the most important unlock for the entire act. So I'm not going to spoil what Act 2 unlocks, but like Act 1 is like the iron, rather up from copper, which then means that you're going to have a whole new subset of crafting benches and smithies, etc. I don't have that big of an inventory that I really need to go back to base. Hello, man trap. You know what? I want seeds. Oh god, Anatreon? Whoa! Just yeet me to the moon, dude. And do it twice. Treebeard is swole. Okay. Bunch of seeds. That was really what I was after. I like how this these rogues over here like didn't even wake up. None the wiser that I was in like an epic fight. But we got blood rose seeds and morning lily seed. Well, that actually, yeah, I did get that. That's gonna be nice to plant. What are they feeding those trees? Blood. We've got a 49... Oh, wait, a 73 rogue. Ooh, and a book of something. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. I meant to dominate and accidentally hit feed click. Oh well. One little misclick and I accidentally killed the dude. Just a little oopsie. It happens. Alright, continuing with the whole sawmilling sawdust for technology. We'll queue all those up. I don't like to have like the stone bodies and painting frames and that kind of stuff on me, so I generally just put them in the output here, as that's a valid spot. You could also just make a box for that kind of junk if you don't want to have to deal with that too. Oh, yeah, snowflower seeds too. It went to my bar. So these are snowflowers. We've got blood, roses, morning lilies. That it? Yeah, okay, that's it. And I'm starting to get knowledge for... Oh no, Enchanted Brew is something I need. Sweet! That is very much like the Ferocity, but for magic. Alright, let's see what we get. We got Gravel Paths, Grim Ranger Gloves, Grim Ranger Leggings, Grim Ranger Boots, Merciless Copper Spear. You can see why I like the paper press, because I got more technology now than really ever before, given how quick that is. Putting everything away. And let's push out. Try to take advantage of the night. So we are after Quincy. Kill the Bandit King. Oh, yeah, heart and a hot bar. That's fine. So I get some free grave dust before I, yeah. No, that's a lot of grave dust. So the reason why you need to kill Kodia before going after Quincy is the gate to Quincy is not exactly something you can get through as a vampire, but it is possible to get through it as a bear. So here is what I'm talking about.
This isn't working.
Require bear form or explosives. I don't have explosives, but I am a bear. And now we're in. So this is the Bandit King. So he'll have like locked up workers in here, which is a pretty good source of looking for worker blood if you're looking for a specific type. And I'm not interested in like the mini fights here unless they are of a higher blood quality. But I wouldn't mind going into some of the buildings to loot the boxes. Ow. Could you stop? Oh, they're gonna kill me at this rate. Let's bounce. One of the uses for Army of the Dead is summon a bunch of distractions so that I have breathing room to do what I need to do. Swarms of little dudes add up to a lot when you get overwhelmed, especially with those stunner ones that subdue you or stun you. The barriers plus stuns can be annoying. Once you're out of combat, I can, you know, it's pretty easy. He'll back up with salve. I didn't make any of the enchanting brew, which in hindsight I probably should have, so that I have better spell power into this fight, but I'll do without. If I die, I'll end up grabbing some of that. At least we thinned out the crowds in here. Alright, the workers over here are low level. Pretty much everyone here is low level. Ow. Stop incapacitating me. The only worry I have is I'm taking long enough to get through this camp that I'm pushing daybreak. So I'll try to rush a little bit more towards the boss fight. Alright, Bandit King. Let's see if you can live up to your name. Blood Rose Brew. I'll stick that on the hotbar on 6. It's like a bigger healing potion. And I'm just poking into the cabins looking for free chests. We have got a few more hours of a nightfall, so let's get to it.
Another knock on my belt has arrived.
So this dude has hella AoE. I'm just killing his summons first. And the counter shield doesn't really work against him all that well. And you definitely don't want to sit in melee range with him because he's scary.
Show me what you've got.
Oh no, I don't have jump. He is slamming me good. So in this case, I did just... Oh, shoot, he's gonna hit me. I was gonna say... I had just summoned some skeletons to give me breathing room to heal. But he does not want me to heal. Healing in combat is not an easy task. And here's his charge combos. But at the end of it, he stuns himself.
Show me what you've got. Rise to the challenge.
And down he goes. Not an easy fight.
It's what I would do.
But we managed.
New knowledge acquired.
This is one of those fights that you definitely want to do at night. Because, as you can see, there's not a ton of sunblock coverage up here. And because of his massive AoE attacks, hiding along the edges of the map won't work that well. Alright, let's bounce out of here. As far as I could tell, there was no blood worth having. So, let's get back to base and figure out the next step. So we did discover a way to iron smelt. But that is only part of the equation, because then we need to get the iron itself. Which is the next part. You can always kill V-Bloods again if you want to have their like loot drops. Because if you're trying to farm things like unsullied hearts, for instance, or something like that. Especially if you're much higher level than them, it might be actually pretty easy for you to kill them. Okay, home at last. So, here's the rewards. The smithy, which requires sulfur and iron to make. The tailor, which requires yarn to make. And then a hollow fane battle gear. So that's the next tier of battle gear, plus the ability to smelt iron. It also gave us the ultimate ability of chaos magic. So, have you guys choose what spell to unlock. We have got Merciless Charge. So charge forward, grab an enemy, dealing magic damage, push them in front of you, deals damage in an area, and inflicts Ignite. Or Chaos Barrage, which is a channeled ability which launches 4 orbs doing a lot of Ignite magic damage. So this is basically magic missiles. You can think of as magic missiles, and this is like a dash grab. Have you guys choose that for 2.5 minutes while I put everything away. And we got Silver Resistance Brew Potion. Awesome. I keep getting the potions. They're some of my favorite. Besides the castle flooring, they're some of my favorite unlocks. So this allows you to resist silver. What else are we going to get? We don't have a lot more paper. But we have enough for one more. Blood Rose Brew. Sweet. So being able to make Blood Rose ourselves, which is the better version of the healing that we used, and I used one of those in the combat, so awesome. Alright, you guys want Chaos Barrage, I'll call this early. And I'll put that on so you can see that next time I use it. Let's see, coins go in here. And fish. Actually, for these gobies, I'm just going to press them into oil and bones. Perfect. The Unsullied Hearts can go in as well. So that's going to make another Greater Blood Essence, which is great. We're going to need those. And I wouldn't mind making a few Blood Rose Brews, which are more powerful, like, oh crap, I'm about to die, healing, because they act faster. Now, these healing potions only can restore a certain amount mid-combat, so in the middle of combat, unless you fully disengage, and if you fully disengage, you're not...
I require more resources.
If you fully disengage, you're not... The boss's health is going to regenerate, so it's not something you should do if you can help it. But yeah, in a pinch, it can definitely save you. And then the other thing I wanted to make was some of the enchanted brews. So let's grab... I think we're going to need to make some more... water skins. And we'll make a few enchanted brews so that my spell power can be boosted. And that requires snowflower. Do 4.
I am missing key ingredients.
Okay, there is a Blood Moon coming up. Blood Moon gives the player a massive advantage. So it's a good time to go somewhere dangerous, in other words. And I'm going to chill here, waiting for at least one of the enchanted brews so that I can actually consume it. So the next task here is to mine iron. How do you know what's coming up? It's the clock up here. See how the nighttime's not blue but red? Red indicates Blood Moon. Okay, so I have everything I need. I am low on blood, but let's go ahead and go north, exploring the world beyond the Farbane Woods, as that is the main quest line. And primarily we're looking for iron, because Quincy taught us how to smelt iron and to make a smithy and a tailoring bench, but we need to be able to mine it first. So you can find iron. Oh, there we go. So we got the music box.
To be sure.
We can find iron in smaller nodes, much the way you find copper. But we happen to be adjacent to the Haunted Iron Mine, so let's go in there. And while I'm here, I'm also going to get the sulfur too. So the enemies here are going to be a lot higher level. And they're going to be... Oh, there we go, Blood Moon. So Blood Moon. Boosted my effects of my current blood type by 20% and increased my movement speed by 10%. Big player boon. I'm not going to stop for that sulfur. I'm here for iron. It'd also be good to find a teleporter, but that's not my primary goal. Whoa there. And that was the Chaos Bolts. Channeled abilities are great. Generally, I would say they're kind of like higher risk, higher reward, meaning that your channeled abilities can be canceled. So that if you get stunned in the middle of a channeled ability, it doesn't work, of course. Hence the higher risk. And the higher reward being they do a hell of a lot of damage if you get the full channels off. So that's what iron looks like, and that's why we're here. And I'm mostly looking to just not fight big bosses and the like, because the bosses down here are going to be too hard for me anyway, even in a Blood Moon. And this iron mine comes with its own, like, sulfur flames or something. I don't know exactly what color flames they are, but you got to be careful of that, because they'll erupt and is rough. There was an 88 B stop back there. That's fine. I'm not concerned at the moment. So I don't need a ton of iron, but because I don't want to have to come back here a lot, because it's not exactly close to the base, I'm gonna fill my pockets a decent amount before I run out of blood. Oh, and here's one of the locked boxes. Nice. Shade Moon. Some coins. These coins are going to hurt me, because without silver resistance, you can only hold so much silver. As I mentioned before, if I turned into a bear, I could resist the silver, but I don't really want to be in a bear form right now. But if I had a silver resistance potion, which I currently don't, we would be able to suck that down and resist. And there's a massive fight happening over this way. Alright, I think I have enough stuff. So I'm going to head on out. Got like, I don't know, maybe around 1,000, or a little over 1,000 iron. I'm eager to start to put it to good use. And here is one of the bosses, Meredith the Bright Archer, and she patrols the mines, FYI. So, be very, very careful when you're down there, because she is a level 50, and I'm a level 41. She would eat me alive. And then also while you're up in this zone, another thing you'll notice is there's garlic. The farms out here plant garlic everywhere, and garlic kind of sucks, because it curses you, if you will. There is also horses. And, I'm going to be looking for a good horse. Not that one. I'm looking mostly for top speed and acceleration, which can be seen up here. And I want a horse in like the... I mean, I'll take any horse, I guess, but ideally I want a horse that has a top speed in the 10s. But whatever. Any horse is better than no horse, so let's just grab any horse for now. And horses are faster than wolf mode, and also allow you to change forms, so I could be in like dominate human mode
easily.
While riding a horse, which is a huge advantage. Alright, we'll look for a new source of blood soon. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Also keep in mind, lower level enemies like little wolves that are low level out in the forest won't dismount me, but any of these enemies out here would dismount me in a heartbeat. Oh, we have a 78 warrior. That will work for me.
You are under my command.
Oh, I didn't mean to subdue him. There we go. Whoa! Camera effects. Going crazy. And I gotta be moving, because there's like a whole horde of enemies coming up on me from behind. This is quartz, which will be... Oh, and some more quartz over there. Which will be a useful resource for us to collect later. But I don't really have a use for quartz right now, so I'm not going to bother. And here we are at a farm. And one of the other advantages of the horse is you can teleport with it. Makes it kind of easy. Okay. I'm no longer face melting from holding that silver. Let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So getting the iron smelted, which will allow us to build the castle throne. Now, the issue with the castle throne, what we're missing for that is the ability to make reinforced planks, which, let's take a look. So she allows us chiefly to make cotton yarn and a loom. We've got level 44 reinforced planks. So if I wanted prison cells and reinforced planks, we would need to go kill Vincent the Frostbringer. If you were following along. So I'm going to start to put everything away that I've got. But I'll have you guys decide my next task now that I've done the last main mission. So if you want me to continue the main mission to get reinforced planks research, you're welcome to vote for it. Oh, nice. We have enough sun resistance brew. God, I'm getting lucky with all the brews. I like it. And we need one more Unsullied Heart for the Greater Blood Essence to build the throne as well. Now, if you want me to improve gear, that's cool too. And one of the things we can do for improving gear is Beatrice the Tailor gives us the Loom, which gives us access to possibly better gear. So killing her could unlock better gear for us, because we're basically maxed out on the simple workbench's gear levels, but we're also getting the iron required for a smithy, right? Because just because we don't have the God, where is the... Here it is. Just because we don't have the planks, reinforced planks for the throne, doesn't mean we can't use the iron for the smithy, which will give us significantly better weapons. So it looks like you guys have voted for that. So I'm going to say build a smithy and make better weapons. Perfect. Let's see. I might go ahead and build another furnace. Just to get 3 to speed things up a little bit. Oh, I don't have enough stone. Thought I would have. But then I'd be wrong. Sun's rising. Time for my hasty exit. So we've got 17 of the 32 that we need for the smithy. And then I believe I already have the sulfur. Yeah, I've got the sulfur. Oh, there's sawdust there. We should move that upstairs. And instead of watching my furnaces go, what else could I be doing? I think what I'm going to do... Hunting her at daytime is, like, not easy to do. But what I might do is find her. She's somewhere to the northeast, so I'm just going to arbitrarily mark a northeast path. And then, I will... Come on. I'll look for a better horse while I'm out there as well. Because I just don't want to be staring at my smithy. So my priority is, in fact, to build better weapons, but... let's be productive first. There was a 41 warrior in that. As far as servants and for me doing thrall, I'm really only going to be considering like 90% plus. Oh, hello. 96 bear? Don't mind if I do. Name all my horses Yoda? I mean, I could. Once I find a horse I like, I'll give it a name. This is not a horse I'm planning on keeping, so I don't want to keep running raffles to ditch horses. Nothing like a little drive-by murder. Thank you for tuning in to V Rising, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind I'm not looking for any spoilers or backseating. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow vampires.